Kia ora, and welcome to a lesson on Cambridge Mathematics P2 and P3 division of polynomials. So today we're going to be looking at how you can divide a polynomial to find a quotient as well as a remainder. First of all, we're just going to look at what is actually a polynomial. So the general form of a polynomial can be written as follows on the screen. An x to the power n plus an minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 and so on and so forth. Okay. In this case, things you need to know are that x is a variable, n is a non-negative integer, which is quite an important one. It means that we can't have any negative powers and we can't have any fractional powers. The next thing is that these different things, an minus 1, an minus 2, a2, a1 and a0, they're just our coefficients. They're nothing special, it's just how we show our coefficients in this. So they're just the numbers that precede our terms. Then the last thing, the other thing is that an is not 0, obviously, because we want our xn. If an was 0, xn would disappear. And lastly, that this a0 is called our constant. Okay, so most of you will have known all this anyway, but probably not in this proper written form. Okay, but today we're not too interested in understanding this in a deeper context. We just want to know how we can divide a polynomial by a given divisor. So, for example, we're going to have a look at this question here, which is divide x cubed plus 2x squared minus 11x plus 6 by x minus 2. To do this, we're going to use long division. Okay, so for long division, you write your divisor on the outside. You have what I refer to as my bus stop, and then inside is what you are dividing, which is x cubed plus 2x squared minus 11x plus 6. Okay. To divide this polynomial by x minus 2, what you do is you think of what you can multiply x minus 2 by to get rid of certain terms. And you always start at the highest degree. The degree is the power. The degree is the highest power, that is. So in this case, our degree is 3. So we always start there. So we need to think of what we can multiply x minus 2 by to get rid of x cubed. And that would be x squared. When I multiply x minus 2 by x squared, I get x cubed minus 2x squared. And long division is all about multiplying your divisor by values and then removing those values from the original amount. So I've multiplied x minus 2 by x squared to get x cubed minus 2x. So what I do is I write x cubed, minus 2x squared, underneath the x cubed and the plus 2x squared that I previously had. And I say I'm going to take that away from my original expression. So x cubed minus x cubed becomes 0. Positive 2x squared minus 2x squared becomes positive 4x squared. Then you transfer the rest of this down alongside it. So 4x squared minus 11x plus 6. That is what we are currently left over with. The thing that we've said we are multiplying by, we need to write up here. And a good practice is to write your x squareds above your x squareds and your x's above your x's. Okay, so the next thing we need to get rid of is our 4x squared. This is our remaining expression, 4x squared minus 11x plus 6, so we're going to deal with the highest power, the x squared. So you have to say, what do I multiply x minus 2 by to get 4x squared? Well, I need to multiply x by 4x to get 4x squared, so this is going to give me 4x squared minus 8x, and that's what I'm going to take away this time, so minus 4x squared minus 8x. Well, 4x squared minus 4x squared is 0, that's what I've been trying to do, so that should always be 0. Minus 11x minus 8x gives us minus 3x, and again, transfer what's left over down, plus 6, plus 6, okay, and again, we're going to put what we multiplied by up at the top here, which is a positive 4x, so make sure you know whether it's plus or minus, because it's going to be needed at the top. Okay, so last thing we need to get rid of is minus 3x minus 6. What do I multiply x minus 2 by to get minus 3x plus 6? Well, that would be minus 3. And x minus 2 times minus 3 is minus 3x plus 6. So we're going to take away minus 3x plus 6, which is going to give us 0. Okay? And at the top we're going to put what we multiplied by, which is minus 3. Okay. So here, our remainder, this value, is 0. Okay? Which means that x minus 2 completely fits into x cubed plus 2x squared minus 11x plus 6, and that is known as a factor. So, if it fully fits in, we call our term a factor. Just to give some names to the different parts of this question, what we can say is that our original thing that we had, our x cubed plus 2x squared minus 11x plus 6, that is known as the dividend. It's the thing that's being divided. Okay. Our x minus 2, the term for that is our divisor. And our end answer that we got, the x squared plus 4x minus 3, that is known as our quotient. Okay? If there is no remainder, then our divisor is a factor of our dividend. Okay, that's quite important, that. Okay, let's have a look at another question. This time when there is going to be a remainder, so our divisor is not a factor of our dividend. So same process goes still. So we're going to divide 2x cubed minus x plus 52 by x plus 3 using long division. So your divisor goes on the outside, so x plus 3. Our dividend goes underneath 2x cubed minus x plus 52. Okay, starting off with our highest power, that would be our x cubed. Or in fact, actually, sorry. One thing I would do with this question, notice how it goes from x cubed to x. Well, it's missing out the x squared term, and that's fine. We can still divide this, but it does help if you put in the fact that there is no x squareds in this. Because when we multiply our x plus 3 by a value, we're likely to end up with a certain number of x squareds that you're going to need to be able to take away from the overall expression. So minus x plus 52. So all I've done is chuck in the 0x squared. Again, what do I multiply x plus 3 by to get 2x cubed? Something 2x cubed. Well, I need to multiply the x by 2x squared to get 2x cubed, and then when I multiply x by 2x squared to get 2x cubed, I also multiply my 3, which is plus 6x squared. So see, we've got our terms of x squared now that we're going to need to get rid of somehow. Well, from the 0 anyway. So putting your 2x cubed plus 6x squared underneath, so 2x cubed plus 6x squared, take it away, you end up with 0x cubed minus 6x squared. Put at the top what you multiplied your x plus 3 by, that is 2x squared. Okay, so then you're left with minus 6x squared minus x plus 52. So remember to bring those down. It just helps to see what you're now dividing by the term. It doesn't actually make a difference to the overall answer, but it's just good practice to bring the what's left over down onto that line so that you can see what you're actually dealing with. Okay, so next, what do I multiply x plus 3 by to get minus 6x squared? Well, I need to multiply the x by minus 6x, which means I multiply by the 3 by minus 6x, which is minus 18x. So I'm going to take away minus 6x squared minus 18x, which leaves me with 0x squared plus 17x, so 17x plus 52 is what's left over. Okay, and I need to move my minus 6x up to the top, so minus 6x goes there. Okay, lastly we're going to divide the 17x plus 52 by the x plus 3. So what do I need to multiply x plus 3 by to get that? Well, I need to get 17x, so I need to multiply this by 17. 3 times 17 is 51. Okay, so I'm going to take away my 17x plus 51 from this, leaving me with a remainder of 1. And the 17 goes up there. Okay, so our remainder is 1. So that's the answer, because we only wanted to find the remainder. It says find remainder of this. 2x cubed minus x plus 52 is divided by x plus 3, so our remainder is 1. Okay, so it does help if you take this out of the division thing and write a final little statement, which is just the remainder is 1. Okay, have a go at this question yourself. So just pause the video and then unpause it once you're done, and I'll give you the full solution. Have a go at this now. Okay, hopefully you had a good go at this. So, same process as before. Even though it says simplify, it is just a division question. It's just how the question could be written. So we're going to put x minus 1 on the outside. We're going to have 3x cubed minus 7x squared plus 6x minus 2 underneath. Okay, I'm going to think, what can I multiply x minus 1 by to get a term which is 3x cubed? Well, that is multiplying it by 3x squared, which gives me 3x cubed minus 3x squared. So 3x cubed minus 3x squared. Take it away, should leave you with minus 4x squared. Bring the rest of it down, plus 6x minus 2. Don't forget you need to put your 3x squared, what you multiplied by, up at the top. Okay. Next line, minus 4x squared plus 6x minus 2. What do I need to multiply x minus 1 by to get minus 4x squared? Well, I need to multiply it by minus 4x. And then when I multiply the minus 1 by minus 4x, I get plus 4x. I'm going to take away minus 4x squared plus 4x, which leaves me with 2x minus 2. Again, don't forget to write your minus 4x at the top. Lastly, I need to find out what I multiply x minus 1 by to get 2x term, which is multiplying it by 2. When I multiply minus 1 by 2, I also get minus 2. So when I take away minus 2x minus 2 from here, I'm going to be left with 0. So I've got 0 remainder. Put my plus 2 at the top. That is my quotient. And that would be the simplified form of the question that is written 3x cubed minus 7x squared plus 6x minus 2 divided by x minus 1. So the answer is 3x squared minus 3x squared minus 4x plus 2. Answer. Okay. Have a go at this question here. Number 2. Find the quotient and remainder of x cubed plus 5x squared minus 3x minus 1 divided by x squared plus 2x plus 1. So this time we want the quotient and remainder. It's slightly different because our divisor has an x squared term in. Hopefully you can work out what you need to do. It's nothing different. It's just, well, it's slightly different, but it's nothing different in terms of the actual mathematics needed. So I'll give a solution in a second. So just pause the video and I'll be right back. Okay, hopefully you were able to work out what you needed to do here and you got to a solution. Let's see what you should have done. So your divisor is x squared plus 2x plus 1. That's on the outside, and underneath we've got x cubed plus 5x squared minus 3x minus 1. Okay, first step, what do I need to multiply the x squared by to get the x cubed? Well, x squared plus 2x plus 1 needs to be multiplied by x to get an x cubed term. So that gives me x cubed plus 2x squared plus x. That is what I'm going to take away. So I'm going to take away x cubed plus 2x squared plus x. That's going to leave me with no x cubes, 3x squared minus 4x. Carry down the minus 1. Okay, put what I multiplied by at the top, the x. Again, making sure to put it in the correct column, so the x goes in the x's column. That leaves me with 3x squared minus 4x minus 1. That's what I need to get rid of next. What do I need to multiply x squared plus 2x plus 1 by to get a term involving 3x squared? Well, that would be multiplying it by 3, which is going to give me 3x squared plus 6x plus 3. That's what I'm going to take away. So minus 3x squared plus 6x plus 3, which gives me no x squareds. Minus 4x minus 6x is minus 10x. Minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4. Okay. Don't forget to put at the top what I multiplied by for plus 3. Okay. You know you're at the remainder when you've filled in that final column. Okay. You can't go any further here. In the previous ones we were able to divide the 10x well, minus 10x minus 4 by something. But that's because our divisor, the lowest degree was the 1. Okay, sorry, the highest power was x to the 1, the degree was 1. So you are able to divide the degree 1 term that you're left over with. However, this time we're not. So our quotient is x plus 3, and our remainder is minus 10x minus 4. Hopefully you understood that and you're able to have got some questions yourself now. Good luck, and I'll speak to you again soon.